And girls, I got some true stories to
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They go play action. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Cousins to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick-6, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. Cousins throw taken in by Hockenson here. Finding room at midfield.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunky yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Vikings nothing.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Cook again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action now, Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Another run here with Sanders. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 39, Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Left side, Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
Now
8.
the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is going to lose yardage here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 75 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Eagles 14, Vikings 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Play fake. Cousins. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7.
21, Vikings 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 29, Cousins, and complete right side to Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. To throw is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 38, Cousins.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown. K.J. Osborne. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Okay, ready?
Now a carry for Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll go again with Sanders. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 13 yards down to the 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go now. 18, Pioneer.
Hurts. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So it's the Eagles who get the win here. And the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.